So we back with another video. Big man animations. We gave y'all the swings 6'5" to 6'9". We gave y'all the guards 6'4" and under. Today we giving y'all the big 6'10" and up. Now I said in the guard one, didn't really say this in the swing, but this probably the last time I update y'all on these three things. These take a while to make, so just kind of what it is. I still give y'all animation videos, but breaking them down between the couple of categories and stuff like that. Maybe still do the best animations, but for the most part, breaking them down to the positions is probably the last time. But if y'all do want more like this, like the video. In these videos, I give y'all everything and more: dunks, layups, jump shots, dribble animations, spin shot create animations. It don't really matter. All that and more. And this big man, I'll also give y'all the post animations alongside the motion style. So if y'all do want more videos like this, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. Further ado though, man, I appreciate y'all boys. Comment down below, help the algorithm, all that good stuff out the way. Let's hop into it. Alright, last but not least, the big man. So let's get into the big man best jump shots. First things first, this is a low rated jump shot. You can pretty much use this on any bigs. Now I know a lot of bigs don't have high rated jump shots all the time. So you need something that you can pretty much use across your bigs or whatever you want to do. Bismack Biyombo is genuinely, in my opinion, the best base in the game for bigs. GG Jackson, Jaren Jackson, very quick, 60-40, and I am, just like I am on the guards, the swings, I am back to using set point. If you know me last year, I used set point. I didn't like set point this year because the RNG, but they kind of calmed down that a little bit on the jump shooting, so I went back to set point and I've liked it. So that's just where we at right now. If I don't like the consistency, I'll probably switch back to release or push. But for now, that's where we at, set point. Now, when it comes to the other two, popular one, I don't really like it, but a lot of people love it, so I throw it in a video. Jonathan Isaac, GG Jackson, Jaren Jackson, release speed max, set point 40-60. It is simple as that, but I'm not a big fan of Jonathan Isaac, but I do throw it in a video for people because it is so popular. Simple as that. Now, underrated. This is low key, in my opinion, the second best one. Jabari Smith Jr., GG Jackson, Jaren Jackson, very quick, set point, smidge it over. I like doing that as much as I possibly can to just tune it. So I like to test it, shoot around with it. If I'm getting like straight late, I just, you know, simple. For 40-60, kind of simple as that. Now, we got the last two. You can kind of see what it is, KD and MPJ. These are the higher end spectrums for people that do have higher ratings, but I would still probably argue it's not that much better. But KD, we know who KD is. He scores. You understand what it's going to do for you. It's going to be green bean. KD, GG Jackson, Jaren Jackson, very quick, 40-60. By the way, what happened to GG Jackson this year? I thought he was going to play a lot more this year, but that's a topic for another day. And then last but not least, MPJ, set point, max release speed, 60-40. Now for the big man go-to shots. Big man go-to shots, man. The first one and the best one I would personally recommend is Kevin Durant. I think Kevin Durant go-to shot is actually very good. It's really good for the mid-range. It's not gonna really be able to do too much else with it, to be honest. So yeah, keep that in mind. Joel Embiid, it's low-key slow, but you can actually use this to get off a three. You can use this to get off a good midi. It actually got a little bit more versatility than KD, even though it is slower. But I personally would rather KD because it is faster. And then last but not least for the go-to shots for the bigs is Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam is the last go-to shot I would personally recommend. All right, now for the dribble pull-ups for the bigs. Now when it comes to dribble pull-ups for the bigs, number two, I would say is just the clear-cut, my favorite one in terms of dribble pull-ups for bigs. It really does come down to how you want to do it. Next one I would probably recommend is Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo dribble pull-up is actually really solid, whether you're going left or right. That is kind of the thing with a lot of the dribble pull-ups in this game. Going left or right does matter. So yeah. And then to go alongside that, last but not least for the dribble pull-ups for the bigs, I would say it's Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant dribble pull-up, very smooth. And yeah, that's just what I'll say. Leave it there. All right, and last but not least, spin jumpers for the bigs. I don't think it's really much you can even talk about here. You can really throw in normal here too, but I would personally just say KD. I would just say the spin jumpers for the bigs is just not plentiful enough to really just waste a lot of time here. So I'm going to just say Kevin Durant, and we're going to move on. And then the best big man hop jumpers in the game. The best big man hop jumpers in the game. Pascal Siakam. In my opinion, for big man, if you really want to do like regular hop jumper animations, I would say Siakam is probably the best one in the game. It's just what it is. It has a lot of different ways you can use it, whether you want to do a dribble combo, speed boost out of it, shoot off of, it doesn't really matter. Siakam is very good in my opinion. Jokic is like a one-on-one hop jumper in the game. It's really, really, really good. It's shooting off one leg every single time, whether you're on the mid-range 3-ball, going left to right, right to left. It doesn't really matter. It's really OP in that way, but it's stupid fast. That's the only thing, my issue with it. But if you master it, it's very OP. It's very good. Next, to go alongside that, Dirk Nowitzki. In my opinion, if we talking about hop jumpers to shoot off of, the easiest ones to shoot off of, Dirk Nowitzki, green window, that gotta be the one. If we talking about guard, swings, bigs, it is the one. And you only can use it on bigs. And then last but not least, we're gonna have to throw this one in here for the bigs because there's not really that many you can really talk about in terms of dribble combinations. So I do think normal 2 is one of the best ones in the game for speed boosting. If you're a big, dribble combination for a big, and that's the best hop jumpers in the game for bigs. The best dribble style in the game for bigs. The best dribble style in the game for bigs is hands down Zion Williamson. You got some other ones you can go with like Victor Wembanyama, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Paolo Banchero is actually even pretty underrated as well. But I would definitely say Zion Williamson is the best dribble style in the game for bigs. The best signature size up in the game for big men. When it comes to the best signature size up in the game for big men, you got Kevin Durant and Pro. He's not really much else to talk about. Let's just move on. Best regular breakdown combos for bigs, Pro. You just gonna throw in Pro. It's not really much to talk about on a lot of these dribble moves for bigs, but yeah, for the most part, that's what you're throwing on. The best aggressive breakdown combos for bigs, you got Pro. It's pretty much that simple. Not complicated at all. And that's just what I'm going to say. The best escape moves for bigs, Kevin Durant. I'm going to just say Kevin Durant. I think Kevin Durant, you could throw Pro in there, but Kevin Durant is the best one in the game if you are a big. The best combo moves for bigs, Kevin Durant. It's pretty much that simple, Kevin Durant. The best crossover for big, this is arguably the best crossover in the entire game, Giannis. Giannis crossover is crazy. You do get it locked behind a starter, but you also get De'Aaron Fox locked behind a starter. So yeah, those are the 2 best ones I personally would say are for crossovers in the game though. Then the best behind the backs in the game for bigs, Pro, normal. You pretty much gonna be using Pro for the moving behind the back, and you're gonna be using normal for the standing behind the back. But what I will say about the standing behind the back for normal, I was trying it out on a guard at one point, bro. You get ripped a lot on it. It's just what it is when you do the standing. So I would just say probably Pro, but for the most part, that's what it is. The best move and spin in the game for big man, I'm just throwing on Pro and just leaving it there. You can try some of them big guys like the MBs, the Towns, and those are not that bad to be honest. But for the most part, I am just using Pro. Best hezzies in the game for bigs, gotta talk about KD. KD really do got it with the hezzy this year. So yeah, I'm gonna say best hezzy in the game for bigs, Kevin Durant. All right, now the best stat backs for bigs. I have to make sure for this one. You got Pro, you got Giannis, you got Joel Embiid. All 3 of these pretty good. They got their own uses, but I obviously am using Joel Embiid right now. So that's the one I personally recommend. But Giannis is actually still pretty good, and you also do have Pro. Those are the best stat backs in the game for bigs. If you're big and the best dunk packages in the game for big men, in my opinion, it really does come down to how you want to play. In my opinion, though, I think it does come down to really 2 for me. LeBron James and Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is low-key your low-rated dunk package. You get a 60, you need a 65 standing dunk, 75 driving dunk, and a 45 vertical. You can use this if you're a swing or a guard, but this is, or not guard, swing or big, but for the most part, we're talking about bigs in this one. This has all your like standing dunks, so you could really use both of these together. And LeBron, where it's 40 standing dunk, 85 driving dunk, 64 vertical. So like I said, Ben can be lower rated, but they're kind of more so even, where it's kind of more so neutral. You also got like your Dwight Howards, your Giannis's, but for the most part, those are the 2 ones I would personally recommend the most out of the NBA player dunk packages for bigs. Now, let's actually move on into the actual best dunk packages in the game. One hands, I would personally just refer to the NBA player ones. There's not really nothing too crazy in this. Only one I would probably recommend for one hand is switcheroo, but is that really a one hand? In my opinion, it's debatable. Then when it comes to 2 hands for safety, in my opinion, this is the most important dunk package you're gonna put on. It's even more important than any NBA player dunk package. It's really debatable between the Russell Westbrook and the LeBron, but quick drops off one is very good again this year. But if you want something even cheaper than that, athletic hangs off one is just as good as quick drops. I would say quick drops is better, but it's in the same tier, similar to Russell Westbrook and LeBron, where Russ is better, but it's higher. So you could argue that LeBron is better bang for your buck. Just like athletic hangs off one, I would argue is the better bang for your buck than quick drops off one. So yeah, those are the best dunk packages in the game. You put that hand in hand with like whatever ones you can possibly get for the NBA player ones for your build, you're gonna be fine. It's simple as that. Now, content dunks. This is a thing, like if we're talking about content dunks, driving content dunks, if we're talking about standing content dunks, if we're talking about alley-oop content dunks, you're gonna put on as many of these as possible. Now, say for instance, I have a build like this where I have 99 dunk, I went for 90 vertical, so I can be able to have these elite content dunks. You see, I only have the elite content dunks on because I'm gonna get what I paid for. I have a little bit more leeway and control over how much I'm gonna do it because of the dunk meter. So I'm gonna just put these on because I'm gonna get what I paid for. But you are probably more worthwhile putting as many of the packages on as possible so that you can get more frequency of animations. Because if you put on just one dunk package, you might be liable to just get one content dunk animation every single time. Now, that could be easier for you because you can now have a similar timing every single time, so you may be able to master greening that content dunk. But it really does come down to how you want to do it, because if you do have more packages, it's going to be different content dunks, but you do have more ability to control it with the dunk meter. Standing dunk, I don't really see people do standing dunk meter as much as last year, but it's still a thing you can do. So you can kind of say the same thing as I said for the elites, as I said for the driving content dunks, as you can say for the standings. But for the most part, I don't see people do it as much, so you have less control in my opinion. But yeah, put on as many as you possibly can is what I would say. And then for the alley-oop content dunks, you put on as many as you can. The only way you can really control this, in my opinion, is the person that's passed you the ball. In my experience, that's the only way you can control it. So you as a dunker don't really have any control. It's really just the person that's passed you the ball. Now you can set people up and stuff like that, but for the most part, it's more so on the person passing you the ball. Now, when it comes to the standing dunks, the best standing dunks in the game, this is more so like a big man thing, but you can use this on all builds, 40 standing dunk. If you've seen a lot of my builds this year, a lot of them had 40 standing dunk minimum. It's just very important to be able to have that two-hand under basket regular. Simple as that. To go alongside that, you could put on some of these like the pro under basket rim pulls. You can go with the two-hand. I personally just like the two hands for safety, personally, when I do my standing dunks. Now, to go alongside that, the alley-oops pro, if you're big, you gonna need to have that, in my opinion. Bigs, locks, all that, you gonna need to have that. So, yeah. But anybody else, I would just make sure I have on elite Zion. It don't really matter for anybody else, to be honest. You can put on pro, you can put on elite, you can put on Zion. It's just about having them. If you have them, you're chilling. And I kind of already went over the contact alley-oops for the most part. So, yeah, that's pretty much the dunks in 2K25. And now for the best big man layup packages in the game. You all know what the best one is. Giannis Antetokounmpo, long athlete but mutated with pro play. I will say this. I said this for the dunks. There's no reason for there to be this many layup packages. But I will say, in comparison to dunks, in comparison to pass styles, I do think there is more variety within these layups packages than anything else. Like, and it actually, like, there's actually meaning behind the variety. Like, on a lot of this stuff, it's not really no meaning behind the variety. They're just adding stuff to add it. Layups, and I'm gonna be real, there's actually a lot of difference in variance within these layup packages. I won't cap. But after Giannis, you could really debate this is in the same tier. Zion, look how cheap it is. You can use this on swings as well, but yeah, Zion, all you need is a 70 layup. Like, come on, that's a bargain that I think that no one can really debate with. So yeah, and then right after it, I'm gonna be real, the most underrated layup package I would say in the entire game, Vucevic. It's really good layup package. Really good layup package. That's all I can really say. So, yeah, Vucevic. All right, now we in the final tier. The best bang for your buck pass style in the game is by far none. It's not even close. The only issue I have with none is your teammates catching animations, but I think more of that has to do with, because I was testing it on, like I said, I've used none on a lot of builds, but I retested it again on a 94. I'm going to be honest. I'm pretty sure it's not really the pass style. I'm pretty sure it is more so the pass accuracy, which again kind of leads me to what is the point of having 50 pass styles when it really is more so based off the pass accuracy, how fast you get the ball out your hands and how fast the ball travels. Because you can have the same pass style at 84 pass accuracy and have the same pass style at 94. It's gonna perform 10 attributes better at the higher thing. Now, I do think that should matter, but I don't think it should be 50 options where it's like 30 of them pretty much are around the same thing, doing the same thing. Me personally. So yeah, that's just what it is. Yeah, 9, best bang for your buck, takes nothing. For it, you can get at any pass accuracy, and when it does have the bad catches, but when you go higher with your pass accuracy, those bad catches happen drastically less. So yeah, it's one of the best ones in the entire game. Definitely had to be in the top tier because of that. Then next, somebody commented on my video, bro. Somebody commented on my video, Mike Conley. Mike Conley, I can't lie. You cooked. I'm gonna be honest, it's real debatable. It's real debates. Mike Conley and Tyrese. The only thing I say that kind of does hold Mike Conley back is Tyrese does have that 89 with the versatile visionary badge. So that combination does give it the edge. I think you might get a badge at 90, but I don't think it's on the level of versatile visionary. You could do a cat breaker and get it, but to be real, if I was to be honest, it's just as well-rounded as Tyrese. It's better at lobs. I would say Tyrese gets the ball at your hands faster, and the pass speeds are faster on Tyrese. So I would say everything outside of lobs, Tyrese is better. But if you're just talking about an all-around, no-flaw pass style, I would say Shea and Mike Conley. And I would say Mike Conley is better than Shea. Shea takes a little bit longer to get the ball out your hands than Mike Conley. Mike Conley don't take as long as Shea. So I would definitely say it is debatable between Mike Conley and Tyrese, which is why I did put it in the same tier. That is why I did put it in the same tier. So, yeah. Just unfortunate that it's this late in the year that I realized it. But, hey, I mean, I still think the best pass style in the game is Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton, I just went over it. In terms of jump passes, in terms of getting the ball out your hands, in terms of the ball speed, it's literally the best pass out in the game. The only flaw it has is really throwing lobs. It does do some long animations a lot, and it's a lot of the pass styles that do that. And that doesn't really get that much better until you get like higher pass accuracy. But even with high pass accuracy on Tyrese, it does still kind of troll that. But for the most part, overall, in my opinion, Tyrese Halliburton is the best pass style in the game. Pound for pound, requirement, bang for your buck, whatever you want to do it, it is the best one in the game. If I had to do my tiers based off like, if I'm making a build, what pass accuracies I would go, I think you gotta think about like the 84s, whatever. Okay, so this is what I would do. My tiers would probably be, I think the lowest I would go is like either 63 or 71, one of those. The next tier I would say is 78, so you can get versatile visionary. After that, I would say go for bailout. Like, you're not going for a pass style on your early ones. You're either going for like break starter if you're a big, dimer if you're a guard or whatever, and then you're going for versatile visionary. I think that should be the first one. If you're a guard, versatile visionary is like that 71. Hey, if you don't have 78 as a guard, I don't know what you're doing. 85 so you can get bailout, and then 89 so you can get versatile visionary silver and Tyrese Halliburton. If you want to go 90 to get Mike Conley, I don't know if that's really worth it. So that's why another thing I would say about Tyrese Halliburton. Now, when it comes to the post phase, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna make y'all wait on this one. Post phase, I'm gonna be honest. The post animations, we're gonna go over all this real quick. Post fade, in my opinion, you can go a lot of different ways. You can go quick with it, with Vucevic, where it's quick and smooth. You got Siakam, where it's smooth, but it's a little bit slower. Dirk is Dirk. It gotta be. Come on now. Then if you want something similar to like the Kobe MJ fade, I think the Kobe MJ fade, the closest you're gonna get to it is KD this year. They have a Kobe one. They have a, I don't know if they have an MJ one, but I know they have a Kobe or MJ one, and it's not as good as it's been in the past. And KD is the one I use if I'm doing a post fade, so that's why you see I have KD equipped. But Luka is also very good. Anthony Davis is also very good, and Pro. Those are the ones I personally would recommend for the post phase. And then, all right, for the post hooks. The post hook, in my opinion, the best one in the game is Embiid. Apparently they buffed them. When I did the badge video, I didn't get to test it out, so I just had to put that where I thought it was gonna be if they buffed them. But apparently people on the badge video were still saying it was bad. Now I don't know if that's just my community I don't know if y'all just be making post scores and y'all are post scores and salty that post scoring is not broken in terms of post hooks. I don't know. But yeah, I was testing it. It's not that good. I'm not gonna lie. But so post hooks, what it is. But the best one in the game for me, Joel Embiid. But I don't really think that a lot of people using this. I'm just giving y'all this. It's just kind of like some of them dribble moves that a lot of people don't use. It's just what it is. Post hop shot. Best one in the game, in my opinion, is Anthony Davis. Can't use Kobe, obviously. But Anthony Davis may be the best one in the game in general. But yeah, Anthony Davis, best post hop shot. It's not that many options, but yeah, Anthony Davis is the one I personally would recommend. Next is the best motion styles for bigs. Best motion styles in the game for bigs. I'ma say Jalen Smith. That's one of the best motion styles in the game for swings, by the way, as well. So if you are a swing, you just happen to be watching this, there you go. But you also got Jaren Jackson Jr., Juju Banks, Anthony Davis. Those are the ones I personally would recommend the most for motion styles. Motion styles, if you don't know, it works both ways, offense and defense. So you do kind of want something that kind of balanced. But sometimes you can have a by far better one for defense if you don't care, because offense is just not as fast as the defense. So if you do want to be just that much faster, get that extra little boost defensively, go ahead and go that way. Some of these are going to be better offensively. Simple as that. You can kind of understand it. Some of them going to be more balanced. Simple as that.
I got digital dash, came right with a I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!
If you buying anything on Fortnite, Epic Games Store, use code YaboiFitz. I don't know why I ain't been had this, but yeah.